أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين واللعنة على أعدائهم من الآن إلى يوم الدين أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can everyone hear me loud and clearly?
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay. So, Sister Sherbanu, I'm going to teach this lesson in a different way as you requested, okay? So, and the rest of the students have requested. So, I'm going to teach this lesson in the other approach, which normally I teach, but I thought probably the other way would work, but I'll do the other way inside the traditional way. Right. So, today's lesson is going to be about subject and predicate, but the way I'm going to teach it today is going to be very different. Is that I'm going to use ahadith of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. So I just want to get yourself familiar with the ahadith of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, and you've probably seen this, which I've sent in the chat box. So what I'm doing is trying to teach Arabic and make yourself more familiar with some of the ahadith of the Imams alayhimus salam. So I feel it's essential that you've spent so long that you should see some sort of result, and you should see that you're able to have some sort of basic understanding of translation and reading the Arabic text, okay? So that's the reason why I will adapt this new method every lesson. I will only keep one ayah of the Quran and elaborate, and then inshallah continue with the lesson. So I'm going to first read the ahadith of the Imams alayhimus salam, and then I'll go to the next slide. So Imam Ali alayhi salam has mentioned at-tuqa ra'isul akhlaqi. So here the word at-tuqa means the piety, ra'is means leader or chief, akhlaq means virtues. Okay, so according to Arabic grammar, at-tuqa tuqa is a noun. So the sign of a noun is having the alif lam. So at-tuqa means God-fearing or piety. And when a noun starts a sentence, we have two parts in the sentence. We have the subject and the predicate. And in English, in Arabic, it's called mubtada and khabar. So over here, at-tuqa. So at-tuqa will be deemed as the mubtada. So this itself is the mubtada. And then ra'isul akhlaq. So the word ra'isul akhlaq is mudaf and mudaf ilay. So God-fearing is the leader of moral virtues. So as you know that ra'isul akhlaq, so you will see two words. The first word is with a dhamma, and the second noun is majroor. So you will know that this is mudaf and mudaf ilay. So the mudaf and mudaf ilay is coming as the khabar of at-tuqa. And in English, how do you distinguish where is the subject and where is the predicate? It's by is. So whenever you have is, it allows you to differentiate that whatever comes before is, it is the subject. So this is the subject, and then ra'isul akhlaq, and whatever comes after is the mudaf ilay, it is the khabar. Is that clear so far for everyone?
Yes.
Who was speaking there? That was I couldn't hear you very clearly.
This is Zora Virgi. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to go to a slide and explain about nominal sentences so that I can give you a better understanding if you have not remembered everything about mudaf ilay. Okay. Now, so in Arabic language, if there is a noun which starts a sentence, it's called, in English, we will call it a nominal sentence. So we'll call it a nominal sentence, okay? So that's the name given, nominal sentence. And in Arabic, we call jumla, means noun, ism means noun, khabar means noun, means a nominal sentence. That's a translation in English, okay? Definition: it is a noun which begins with a ism. Ism, a noun, as you know. So it could be a name of a person, It could be a name of an object. So these are nouns, okay? So the second part of the sentence can be a ism, or a verb, or it could be a verb. So the first part, so it has two parts, and the second part, the khabar, can either be a verb or a noun. So it says that the second part of the sentence can be an ism or a verb. So remember that, like Zaydun dhahaba. Zaydun dhahaba means, Sister Shabnam, if we said Zaydun dhahaba, what would that translate to be?
Zayd went.
Zayd went, or Zayd, he went. Because normal position for a doer or a fa'il is after the verb. So normally the doer of the verb is situated after the verb. But if it comes before the verb, then the actual noun will then become the subject. So then we will say Zayd, and then the pronoun, as you know, every verb has a pronoun which represents who is doing the action. So the pronoun huwa is the doer of the verb of dhahaba, which reverts back to Zayd itself, which has come preceded the verb itself. So just a technical thing. So Zayd, he went. Is that clear?
Yes.
Then we have the first part of the sentence. It's called mubtada, the subject. So we have done that before, and we've named it. Just 1 second. So that's named mubtada, or in Arabic we call it musnad ilay. So that's the other name which is given, musnad ilay, the word about which information is given. The word about which the information is given. Is that clear so far? And the second part of the sentence is called khabar. So the second part of the sentence, for example, over here, al-baytu nadhifun. So al-baytu nadhifun. So al-baytu is the mubtada, is the subject. Nadhifun is the khabar. Add the mubtada and the khabar together. We end with a jumla ismiya khabariya. We end it with a nominal sentence. And the khabar is called a predicate or a musnad, the word giving the information. Is that clear for everyone?
Yes.
Sister Sherbanu?
Yes, Sheikh, it is clear. Thank you.
Is it helping you better this time around?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Okay. Then we have the mubtada. So the mubtada is generally ma'rifah. So I'm going to ask someone to explain to me from here, which will be Sister Sister Zabunisa Kanji.
Assalamu alaikum.
Islam. So Sister Zabunisa,
Yes.
what does this mean? The mubtada is generally ma'rifah. What does that mean?
Mubtada is ma'rifah.
So we have in ma'rifah and nakira, they're the opposite of each other.
Okay. Opposite of each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So ma'rifah means a proper noun.
Ma'rifah is proper noun.
So what makes a proper noun? What is the actual protocols and measures you can make a noun into a proper noun? What does it have? It has alif lam.
Definite article.
Yeah, it has the definite article. So having the alif lam in the beginning, it means it's a proper noun. So al-baytu. So when we read al-baytu,
Yes, al-baytu mubtada.
yeah, al-baytu has the alif lam. So it
Alif
has to be a
lam.
proper noun.
So
And
mubtada is always have alif lam.
that's right. So
Okay.
even a marifa can be either a noun or
Uh-huh.
even names of individuals. When you have names of individuals like Zaid, Muhammad, Aisha,
Uh,
these are all names, and all names are proper nouns.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
also calls them classified as marifa. Okay.
So that will be also, the names also can be mubtada.
Excellent.
And yeah, okay.
And then we have the khabar.
Khabar,
It
yes.
becomes nakira without alif lam.
Okay, so it can't be al-baytu an-nakir, an-nadif, an-nadif.
Al
Can't be.
baytu an nadif. Yeah, if you say al baytu, and that's a very good point. Someone else. So here I'll explain. If you say al baytu an nadif, then what you have done, you have made the word an nadif not the khabar, but you made it as an adjective for the house. So the house. What about the house?
Was mubtada. So now
No,
it
no, no.
become
It becomes an adjective. So the
adjective.
house. What about the house? It becomes clean. So the clean house. So al baytu an nadhifu means the clean house.
The clean house. Yes.
So you can have an adjective.
Uh-huh.
You can have an adjective for the mubtada. So if we say al baytu an nadhifu means the clean house. What about the clean house? Al baytu.
To
So al baytu an nadhifu
will
jamilun.
be mubtada in khabar.
Yes. So
No.
if we, yeah, that's right. Al baytu al jamilu. So al baytu an nadhifu. It'll be adjective, sifa and mawsuf,
Uh-huh.
and jamilun would be the khabar then, because as we have read already, that the khabar comes nakira.
Yes.
So if we say al baytu an nadhifu jamilun, it means the translation will be the clean house is
New.
beautiful. Jamilun,
Beautiful. Yes.
beautiful.
Beautiful. Yes.
Okay, is that clear?
Yes.
Um,
Understood.
Brilliant. Right, next person on the mic, Sister Sabira Kanji.
Salam.
Alaikum salam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, and you?
Alhamdulillah. Okay, is that clear for you so far?
Well, if I said yes, I'll be lying because these Arabic words to describe subject and noun, and
Yep.
it's all kind of
Not
difficult.
clear. Okay, that's
Like
fine.
when you said a proper noun,
Yep.
in English, a proper noun is a name, like a capital of a city or a name of a person. That's a proper noun.
Yep.
Whereas in Arabic, proper noun is, again, now you just said that has to have al. So kind of it's difficult to absorb it in Arabic when you kind of have learned English.
Yeah. So
Unfortunately.
yeah. So what it means by ma'rifa means that, and let me explain it in another method then. So when it says ma'rifa, it means a noun which has alif lam. That'd be probably a better way to explain. So that is classified a noun which. So when it says the mubtada is janil ma'rifa, it means that the noun needs to have alif lam. Okay. So if the noun has alif lam, it is qualified to be the mubtada. Number one. Number two, if a noun is a proper noun, meaning names of places, names of individuals, and names of individuals and places, they are classified as proper nouns. They can also be qualified to be the subject. I think that's a better way of explaining it.
Oh, okay.
Is that clear for you now?
Yeah. Okay.
So either the noun becomes a proper, either the noun is attached with alif lam, and that is qualified to be the subject, or either it is a name of individuals or names of places, and that will allow you to qualify to be the subject.
Okay.
Is that clear for you? Yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the second part of the sentence, it always comes indefinite. When it means indefinite, it means that it does not have alif lam.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that clear? And then it says both parts are coming marfu. Marfu, as we have done before, it means that it has the in the state of nominative case. So what nominative case can either mean that it comes indefinite or indefinite, meaning al baytu with a dhamma, one dhamma, or nadhifun with two dhamma tanweens.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
So Sheikh, can I ask a question?
You can ask a question,
So
yes?
when we are talking about ma'rifa,
Yep.
when there is al, then is it correct to say that we are talking about a certain known subject?
Yes, when you say al-ma'rifa, it means the book, means you're referring to a particular book. Yes,
A particular, yes. Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So when you say, so in English, the definition, like in nakira, indefinite, I mean a book. So when it is an a book, it's very open and very vague which book you're referring to. But in Arabic, when you see the book, it, of course, it means a particular thing or a particular book you're referring to itself.
Okay. Okay.
So this is this so far. And then I'm not going to do this. So let me now, what I'll explain to you here now I'm going to try to implement this on this hadith now. So over here you see at-tuqa, it's the subject and it has alif lam, correct?
Yes.
So here ra'isul akhlaq, it's mudaf. Let me show you another handout as well. Give me 2 seconds. Where is it gone? Just give me 1 second. Let me just get the actual other sheet onto the screen. Okay, let me show you this sheet now. Can you see this, everyone? Okay, let me get it onto the screen. Give me 2 seconds. Right, can you see it now on the screen now, please?
Not yet. Yeah.
Okay, now let me explain now. So the types of khabar now. So we've mentioned about mubtada. The subject always comes with alif lam. So al-kitabu, 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 and so forth. Okay. Now let me explain something as well. So here, now the khabar itself now, the khabar, meaning the predicate, can come of different types. And that is what I'll just explain today as well. And then I'll go to the hadith of the Imams alayhi salam. So, Sister Sabira Kanji, come on the mic, please.
Yes.
Right. Al-Kitabu Jadidun. Translation, please.
The book is new.
The book is new. Al-Qur'anu Kitabullahi.
The Quran is Allah's book.
Allah's book. So here, the one word which Jadidun is new, And even the mudaf and mudaf ilay is also classified as one word. Okay, you need to remember this point. So one word can either be one single word, or even mudaf, mudaf ilay is also in syntax classified as one word.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is according. So mufrad means a single word because we're syntax. It talks about sentence constructions. So because Kitabullah, book of Allah, even though it's two words, book of Allah, it doesn't give any meaning across. Book of Allah. What about the book of Allah? When you say the book of Allah is beautiful, Kitabullahi Jamilun, then it's a composition. So only a sentence is complete when you have its both elements available. So then it will be a composition. But if one part is only available of a sentence, it will be classified as mufrad, as singular.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah. Okay.
So if you have the subject and the predicate, then it will be classified as a composition or a compound sentence. A compound sentence is when you have the subject and the predicate. But if you have one part, not the other part, it will be classified as one word, mufrad.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
So here, al-kitabu jadid, the book is new. Al-Qur'anu kitabullah, the Quran, and you see the word is between the two. Al-Qur'anu kitabullah, the Quran is the book of.
Mm.
I can't hear you, Sister Sabina, that clearly.
Yeah. So the Quran is the book of Allah.
The Quran is the book of Allah. Excellent. Now, the second type of khabar, or the subject, the predicate you can have, it's a preposition. So what is a preposition?
On, behind, under, in. So
Yes.
in this case, it's Allah.
Yeah. So ala, which means on, fi is in, ila means to. These are prepositions.
Mhm.
And the noun which comes after a preposition, it's in the genitive case, meaning the case of getting a kasra, which is majroor.
Yeah.
Yes, so it gets kasra. So the translation is the book is on the
Desk.
On the desk. It's on the desk. So here on the desk, so the book is on the desk. Ala al-maktabi is deemed as the predicate, the khabar. So the book, al-kitabu, the book. What about the book? Is on the desk. So being on the desk is the news which we are giving about the book. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So this is classified the second type of khabar you can have for a subject.
Okay.
Okay. Now, sister Sabira, al-kitabu. Is al-kitabu coming with alif lam?
Yes, it is. So it's a proper noun.
Exactly. So here, the word rajulun, is that a proper noun?
Yes, because it's got tanween at the end.
So it's indefinite then. It's not a proper noun. So a proper noun is the one which has alif lam. And if it doesn't have alif lam, then it's an indefinite noun, meaning that it does not have alif lam. Is that clear?
Yeah, okay.
Because rajulun means a man, and
Yeah.
ar-rajulu means the man.
Okay, so you can't just call it a noun. It has to be either proper or indefinite.
Nakira. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Is that clear? Now, because now these things which I'm giving, these things are really important. This is the actual foundation for yourself to enter the Quranic understanding and try to understand what I'm teaching you here today. Rest of your lives, what I'm teaching you today, it will benefit you. This is so important.
Okay.
So whenever, so al-kitabu al-maktabi, and as the notes which I explained earlier, I mentioned that the subject has to be ma'rifa, meaning that it is definite, either with alif lam or either a noun of a individual, name of an individual, or a place can be located as a subject. Yes?
Yeah.
Remember that? However, if the subject, meaning the mubtada, comes without alif lam, what does it come without, sister?
Yeah, alif lam.
Yeah, then what happens? Then the khabar, the predicate it precedes the subject. So the subject comes after the predicate. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of.
So the ar-rajul, so rajulun should come in the beginning of the sentence.
Yeah.
But because rajulun does not have alif lam,
Yeah.
so that is postponed. It comes after the predicate. So here now that it's the predicate and subject. So fil bayti, as we know, if you follow the same pattern, fi is a preposition.
Yeah.
Al bayti is in the genitive case. So we know that this is normally, if you follow that ruling, this is the predicate.
Yeah.
And rajulun is the subject, which has been postponed or delayed. Why? Because it does not have alif lam. This is an Arabic ruling. So if the subject comes without alif lam, then the predicate will proceed upon it. Is that clear?
If I change the rajulun, say, for example, to Hamidun,
Yep.
fil bayti Hamidun, so it changes completely then, because then Hamidun becomes a proper noun.
Exactly. So you will say Hamidun fil bayti.
But I can't say fil bayti Hamidun, in Hamid's house.
No, Hamid is a proper name. It's a name of an individual. So that's a proper noun. So you would say Hamidun fil bayti.
Okay.
So for example, if you had the word Fatima,
Yeah.
so you will say Fatimatu fil bayti.
Yeah.
But if he was like a boy is in the house.
Yeah.
So you say fil bayti waladun.
Okay. Or fil bayti rajulun in this case.
Exactly.
Okay.
I know this is quite a bit to absorb, but inshallah the recording will be available for this to listen to again, and that will really benefit you what I'm doing, inshallah. And I'll try to give you examples from the Quran of these types of sentences as well, inshallah.
So Sheikh, what is the meaning of fi bayti rajulun? In the house
Is
In the house,
is Amen.
is a
yeah, fil bayti rajul means a man is in the house, or in the house is a man.
okay. Thank you.
So rajulun means a man. So a man is in the house, or in the house is a man. Okay, so that's the translation. Now this is all over here. All over here, ala is a preposition, which is so the normal ruling is that the first noun, the subject, comes with alif lam, and the predicate can come as a preposition, ala maktabi. So that's the second type. Sister, okay, next person, Sister Sabira. Can you choose the next student to come on the mic?
Yeah, sure. Sister Tahrina?
Sister Tahrina.
Ji, salam.
Alaikum salam. Sister Tahrina, the third type. The third type is zarf. Zarf, it means an adverb. So adverb, zarf, means it refers to time or place. So for example, if you use the noun fawqa. Fawqa means above. Tahta means underneath. Amama means in front. Khalfa means behind. Do you remember these words? Yes?
Yeah.
So whenever they come, they always come as mudaf and mudaf ilay.
Okay.
So here, al-kitabu tahta al-maktabi.
Yeah.
The book is under the
book, yeah, the book is under the table.
Desk. Yeah, under the desk,
Desk,
yeah, the table. So here, tahta is mudaf, al-maktabi is mudaf ilay. You may
Okay.
remember from lesson number 6 or 7 from book 1.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
remember
it's
that?
remind me. Yeah. You know, because you give the lecture again, so it's revise on my mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tahat al-Maktabi. Yes.
Yeah. Now, Sister Sabira and Sister Tahrina, remember I said about rajulun. Rajulun is indefinite, yes?
Yeah.
It does not have alif lam.
Yeah.
And fi is a preposition, yes?
Yeah.
Amama is zarf.
Yeah.
It's adverb which indicates upon place and time.
Okay.
So here, why is amam al-bayti, in front of the house? The reason why amam al-bayti is khabar. Amam al-bayti is?
Khabar.
So it's mudaf ilay, and it's khabar. So
Both
what the
together.
question?
Okay.
Yeah, the question is, why is the khabar coming before the mubtada, the subject? The answer is the same.
Yeah.
The same reason rajulun is coming after the khabar
Yeah.
is the same thing. What's happening over here? What was
Yeah.
the answer? What was the
Yeah.
reason?
Yeah. If the subject come after the khabar, so it's delay and it's
Why
coming
is it
in the
delayed?
last.
Why is it delayed? Because
Yeah,
uh,
because
Because it doesn't have alif
because
lam.
yeah.
exactly. Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Sorry, Sheikh, can I ask one thing? What
Who's speaking?
happens
Who's
if
speaking?
we say fil baiti ar-rajul?
It's incorrect.
Al-rajul.
In grammatically, Arabically, it's not correct.
It's not correct. Okay.
Yeah. So because the Arabs, set formulas.
Mhm.
When fir rajuli, so the reason why, so what's happened is that the question is that why do you, when the subject is indefinite, why do we have to precede the subject, the predicate before the subject? The reason why is to restrict it, to confine it.
Okay.
So when you say in the house, so you're refining it to the house, you're specifying it.
Mhm.
Is it clear? Like in
Mhm.
the house, there is no man.
Mhm.
Amam al-bayt, in front of the house is a garden. So you're making it understood that you're confining the sentence and making it restricted so that the listener understands what you're trying to say itself.
Got it. And if it has alif lam, so it should come before, like
Yes.
al-rajulu fil baiti.
Fil bayti, exactly.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Right. Sister Sherbanu, Sister Batool Manji, are you both of you here?
G, I'm here.
Sister Batool Jaffer, is that clear for you as well? I think he was in the other class as well.
Yeah. I just joined and then I have to leave for a while.
Okay. Right. Is that clear for everyone? Yes?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay.
So basically, Sheikh, we are doing in both the classes, you're doing the same thing, or are you covering something different?
I am teaching the same thing. The only reason why I've got two classes is some people cannot make that time. So that's the reason why I've got two classes. I'm teaching the same stuff, but two classes so that it divides the actual proportion of students in both classes rather than having such a big class. So at least people get time to come on the mic itself.
Okay, thank you.
Sister Sherbanu Walji, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, Sheikh.
You seem not well.
I'm a little bit overwhelmed thinking, gosh, this is my second class back and alhamdulillah, there's all this information. Inshallah, it's okay.
Okay, go for it. So what I want you to do, I want you to come on the mic and I'll go with it through you gradually so that you get the revision for yourself, okay? So let's read. Al-Kitabu. Read it and I'll help you. Al-Kitabu.
Al-Kitabu Jadidun.
The translation is?
The book is new.
The book is new. Excellent. So the book is new. That is a normal, simple, verbal, a nominal sentence. Why is it a nominal sentence? Because a noun starts a sentence. Correct?
Yes.
So the al-kitabu, and as we read the notes, what allows a noun to qualify to be the subject, it has to come with alif lam, or it's a name of a individual or a place, okay? And al-kitabu, that's the reason why it's coming in the beginning of the sentence and is a subject, yes? Then the khabar. The khabar is coming as a single word, and that's fine. And the khabar itself, it comes always indefinite. It always comes
indefinite.
What does it mean by indefinite?
It doesn't have the al and it's got the tanween at the end. Jadidun.
Excellent. Is Zen listening to you as well in the class, or in
no? On a Tuesday he has his maths.
Okay. So what we would like you to do, give Zain, or if you listen to the lesson again, and both of you do the revision together.
Yes.
And that is one of the best ways to memorize things. If things are challenging, if you revise it in a pair, it is easily absorbed because you remember conversations easy than something which a person reads itself.
Okay, inshallah. Thank you.
Okay, that's one of the techniques which are really helpful. And then we have Al-Qur'anu Kitabullahi. So here, the translation is what, sister?
The Quran is the book of Allah.
The Quran is Allah's book or book of Allah, correct. So here, Jadidun is one word, and even it is classified as one word, and also Kitabullahi is mudaf ilayh, but it's also regarded as one word as well.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what you need to remember. So Jadidun and Kitabullahi is classified as one word, and both of these words are khabar. And the khabars here are Jadidun and Kitabullahi. Okay, is that clear so far?
Yes.
Sir, how can I translate Muzaf and Muzaf ilay?
So Kitab is possessed, and
Yeah.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the possessor of the book.
Yeah, but in English, what is Muzaf called?
Okay, in English, it's called the annexed noun.
Okay, annexed. Okay.
Yeah, that is the term which is used in English.
And Muzaf ilay?
No, the whole thing is no. So in English, mudaf and mudaf ilayh is called the possessed and the possessor, and
Okay.
this and mudaf ilayh together as a subject in English is called annexed noun.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, then Sister Shabnam, over here. Over here we have ala. Correct?
Yes.
Ala is a preposition, and in lesson number 4 in book 1. When we did ala means on, yes?
Yes, yes.
And also we had the word min. What does min mean?
From.
From.
Yes.
And fi means what?
In.
Excellent. Ila means?
Towards.
Exactly. So all of these are prepositions. And the noun which comes after it, it comes with a kasra. If it is with alif lam, and if it's without alif lam, it will be with kasra tanween.
Yeah.
So give me an example with a kasra tanween. The word maktab. What will it be? Al kitabu.
Al kitabu ala maktabin.
Excellent. And if it's with al baytu without alif lam, what would it be?
Fi baytin.
Yep, fi baytin. Excellent. So here, because al-kitabu is still coming with alif lam, so it deserves to become in the beginning of the sentence, and it's a subject. And the predicate, which is the khabar, the news which we are giving about the noun which has come in the beginning of the sentence, what is it? So the translation will assist you. The book is on the desk. So on the desk is the khabar, the predicate.
The on part is the khabar, yes? That
Yes.
Because I have made a note of a question for myself, that what is the difference between the predicate and the preposition? But I wasn't quite sure on that. But
so a predicate. So predicate is the news which we give about the noun which has started the sentence, and a preposition is the one of the subcategories of a predicate a predicate. So predicate has different types. So the predicate can either be a single word, a preposition, an adverb, a verbal sentence, a nominal sentence, and a verbal sentence. Is that clear for you now?
no, but I wish I hadn't asked the question now. But
Okay,
I'm sure it'll come. Sheikh, I don't want to hold anyone else up.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. It allows everyone else to understand. So in Arabic, so we have the subject and predicate. Okay, we have subject and predicate. So the subject is the noun which starts the sentence. Okay, understood?
Yes.
Now the predicate is the news which we are giving about the subject itself.
The khabar.
And now the predicate, meaning the khabar or the subject, the predicate has different types. So you have different types of predicates. Is that clear now? So the different types of predicates is, for example, one word, jadidun. That's a single word, and that's a predicate. Ala al-maktabi, ala is a preposition. The noun which comes after preposition, it gets a kasra. So the preposition and the noun, it's a second type of predicate you can have.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And then
it makes more sense when it's when you sort of describe it as the news about the actual subject. So
Yeah,
if in this case the kitab is the subject, then the preposition and I don't know what to call what the maktab would be. They would all be the khabar about that kitab. Okay.
Exactly. So in Arabic, this is called jar. Jar means the noun which gives a kasra, and the noun which receives the kasra is called majroor.
Okay.
Jar and majroor.
Okay.
So jar, or it's called harf jar, and this is called majroor. Majroor means the thing which gets the kasra, okay?
Okay.
And over here, dharf is an adverb. So adverbs is like tahta and amama. So tahta means underneath, amama means in front. And they can come as a khabar for the subject. So the book is underneath the
table,
or the desk. So this is the normal position of a sentence. However, these are exceptions at the bottom now. What is the exception? Is this: when al-kitabu comes without alif lam, then the khabar will come in the beginning and the subject will be delayed or postponed, or will come afterwards.
Okay.
It does not have alif lam. So due to this, we have fil bayti, as we know, al maktabi is a preposition and the noun which is infected, and it's the khabar which comes after the subject. Because now here, rajulun is coming without alif lam, the preposition is coming in the beginning of the sentence and the subject is coming afterwards.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Fil bayti rajulan. Yes. Alhamdulillah. Thank you. Yes. I wanted to ask a question, but I think it might confuse things. So maybe I'll hold off and I'll message it.
Yeah, message across. Yeah, sometimes, that is a wise thing to do. You're right.
Thank you.
Okay, then the next thing, amam al bayti. So here, what amama, as I mentioned, it's a adverb. It's a phrase, meaning that in front. So that amam means in front. That's place.
Yeah.
And this is coming in the beginning of the sentence. Why? Because the word hadiqatun is indefinite.
Okay. Yeah. Doesn't have the al. Okay.
So it's indefinite, and due to that, it's been the mubtada or the subject is delayed, and the khabar is coming before. The reason why is because if you have the garden in the beginning is going to confuse people. A garden is in front of the house. Whose house you're referring to? Because we don't know whose house. That's the reason we have amam al bayti, in front of the house, because we know that we are referring to that house. In front of the house is a garden. So because
if you had been describing the house previously in this, in a couple of sentences before that, then could you have said that the garden is in front of the house?
Not really. There's no need for that actually, because the word al bayt itself has been specified.
Okay.
Because it has alif lam there.
All right.
So that's the reason. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. Any question? I hope that I've made this clear for everyone.
Sir, can we say al-hadiqatu amam al-bayti?
Correct. That's what I've said already. That if al-hadiqatu has alif lam, then al-hadiqatu deserves to become al-hadiqatu, if it comes with alif lam, then it deserves to come in the beginning of the sentence.
Okay, thank you.
Is that clear for everyone?
So far clear.
Okay. I'm going to go to there are 5 types of khabar. Now the 5th type. The 5th type. Okay, I've got a message in the chat box. What is it? Okay, alhamdulillah. Next one is Bilalun. Bilalun kharaja min al-fasli. So here, Bilal. Is Bilal a verb or a noun?
Noun.
Noun. So Bilal is a noun and it's mubtada. Kharaja min al-fasli. So here, kharaja is a verb, min is a preposition, al-fasli is in the genitive case because of min, or in the state of majroor. So this itself, as I mentioned before, if a verb comes, it's a complete sentence. And this is a verbal sentence. What type of sentence?
Verbal.
Verbal sentence. And normally, in a verbal sentence, we have the doer of the verb after the verb. So it should be kharaja bilalun min al-fasli. Kharaja
Bilalun
min
min al-fasl.
al-fasli. That's a jumla fi'liya. What is it?
Jumla fi'liya.
Jumla fi'liya. But if you take Bilal out of its position after the verb and you proceeded upon the verb and put it in the beginning, it will not be anymore a verbal sentence, but it will be a nominal sentence. Is that clear?
Yes. Yeah,
So the translation will be Bilal, he exited from the school.
Classroom.
class.
So, yes, good. At least someone's awake.
Big. So if right now with Bilalun, that's a nominal sentence, ismiya. But if you took out Bilalun, then it becomes jumla fi'liya, and then that's the and the fa'il and the fa'il. Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. And next one, at-talibatu dhahabna ila al-madrasati. Now here, at-talibatu, is it singular or plural?
Plural.
Now remember I mentioned that if the doer of the verb comes before the verb, then they have to correspond with each other in its gender and how many individuals it is. You remember that?
Number and yes.
Yes.
I mentioned that this about going back about 6 to 8 weeks ago when I actually used the whiteboard. You can probably remember that. So I mentioned that if the doer of the verb precedes the verb, then the verb will have to correspond with the actual doer. If it's female, singular, dual, or plural. So here at-talibatu is plural and it's female. So dhahabna is plural and it's female. Ila al-madrasati, towards the school. So the translation will be the female students, they went to the school. Is that clear?
Yes.
And that kharaja min al-fasli is a verbal sentence. Dhahabna ila al-madrasati is a verbal sentence as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a verbal because it's kharaja, he went, and
Exactly.
and dhahabna, they all went. So it's all in the past tense.
Ahsanti. Excellent. Excellent. And finally, over here, Hamidun, Fatimatu, they are all the
Proper nouns.
the proper nouns and they are the subjects. They are the subjects. So here, Akhuhu wazirun. Akhuhu wazirun. Akhuhu, what is it? Is mudaf ilay. Yes?
Yes. Yes.
So mudaf ilay is coming as the subject. Mubtada. Wazirun is indefinite. Is that clear?
Yes.
So that's the khabar. So the mudaf ilay is mubtada. Wazirun is khabar. So the mubtada and the khabar, when you have the subject and the predicate, then you have a compound sentence, and that's a nominal sentence. Is that clear? So a nominal sentence is coming as a predicate, khabar, for Hamid. Hamid, his brother is a wazir, minister. And same over here. Indaha, Fatima indaha sayyaratun. So indaha, but as you know, so Fatima, she has. She indaha means she has. So when you remember inda, whenever inda comes with a female, it means possession. So Fatima, she has a car. So here, why is inda? Inda again is a possession, and that indaha it will be classified as zarf, as a adverb. So indaha is coming before. So indaha is the khabar. Sayyaratun is the mubtada. Why is it mubtada? Sayyaratun, because sayyaratun does not have alif lam. And that's the reason why the zarf indaha is preceding sayyara. And these are two words. This is mudaf, zarf, and it's the mubtada, khabar. Sayyaratun is the mubtada. So the khabar and the mubtada is coming as the khabar for Fatima. Fatima, she has a car. But of course, this one is a bit challenging. We're not too concerned that you understand this at the moment. But the other four are quite easier to understand, inshallah.
So basically, Sheikh, sorry. So basically,
yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
okay. So basically, when like normally we say mubtada and khabar, but if the khabar is not in a nominative case, it's in a common noun, you can say. So then it comes after the mubtada. Otherwise, normally it should come
after
before. After the khabar, yeah, after the khabar. So then it takes. So in the ha, what you said?
In the ha,
sayaratun. So it's a proper sentence, like complete sentence.
Yeah. So if we take Fatima out, in the sayaratun by itself, these here, akhuhu wazirun, these are proper sentences. Very good observation.
Okay. So either we take out Fatima or either we keep it. It will not affect anything in that. No. Isn't it?
That's right.
Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sheikh, I wanted to ask, can we consider in the ha as muzaf ilay or not?
Yes.
Okay, and one more thing. In the third example where it says amam al bayti hadikatun, so where will be mubtada and where is khabar?
Amam al bayti is it's mudaf ilay. It's khabar. Hadikatun is the mubtada.
Okay, thank you.
Sheikh, I have a question, please.
Who is speaking here?
This is Zora Virji. So in the which one? This one here, Bilalun kharaja min al fasli. So this sentence can be a nominal sentence of a jumla ismiya if Bilalun was there. And if Bilalun wasn't there, then it becomes a verbal sentence. So a sentence within a sentence.
Repeat that once more again.
We have Bilalun kharaja min al fasli.
Yep.
So if we have it as a nominal sentence, then Bilalun would be the mubtada and kharaja min al fasli would be the khabar.
Correct.
But if there was no Bilalun, then this would be jumla fi'liya.
Correct.
So there can be a nominal sentence and then a verbal sentence within that sentence.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So that can happen, absolutely.
Sheikh, what is Jumlatul Elia?
Jumlatul?
Elia.
Elia, where's Elia?
I don't know, just now she said.
Fi'liya.
It's fi'liya.
Fi'liya, okay, fi'liya. Verbal sentence.
Yeah, verbal sentence. Jumla fi'liya and your jumla ismiya.
Ismiya, yeah.
Okay. Right.
Like one thing, when we say Fatimatu indaha sayyarati, so it's khabar and mubtada, right? And so how can, what if we say, how can it be an adjective? What changes can we make to, because sometimes you have to differentiate, is it mubtada or khabar, or is it adjective, noun and adjective?
So for example, if you wanted, so the adjectives follow the actual, they follow the noun which is describing. So Fatima is a proper noun because it's a name of individual. So it would be Fatimatu al-alimatu, because Fatima is a proper name. So you need to have the second noun with alif lam. So Fatimatu al-alimatu means the knowledgeable Fatima.
Okay.
Is that clear? So whenever there's a noun, proper noun of a name of an individual, and you want to add an adjective, you will always have alif lam with it.
Okay. So that alif lam would indicate an adjective, not a khabar.
No, no.
Okay, fine.
Because
I understood.
As you remember that, as I said, that the khabar comes indefinite, but if it comes with alif lam, then it will become the adjective for the mubtada.
For the mubtada. Okay, yeah, understood. Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you.
Sister Sherbanu.
Yes, Sheikh.
What's your opinion about this class now?
It's very good, but a lot of material to digest.
Yes, I know. Thing is, the reason why I'm giving you a lot of information is trying to help and support you to get through the Arabic language at the fastest pace possible, with understanding as well.
No, but I think, Sheikh, we have done these things before as well, isn't it?
We have done it, but the detail which I'm going through now, I think it's probably not the same.
Yeah, it's a more in detail,
Yeah.
but like this mubtada and khabar and everything, like it's not a complete repetition, but it's a sort of partial, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So the reason why I'm doing this partial repetition is just to build more confidence and give you the extra support to make yourself, because what happens is that when you change classes from like year 9, year 10, or whatever, 1 year to the second year, sometimes that transition period, sometimes it can be challenging. And so I'm trying to make that transition from knowing the basic and trying to go to the next phase as easy, a smooth transition for yourselves. So that is what I'm trying to do, is prepare yourselves.
Inshallah.
Okay.
Sheikh, will you send this the different types of khabar to us again? The one which you showed just now.
Yeah, I'll send that across as well.
Thank you, Jazakallah.
Okay, let me just finish off one more hadith and then I'll end the class. Okay. Over here now, alayka bittaqwa fa innahu khuluqul anbiya. So whenever the word alay, so it's originally ala. Ala means on. Ka means upon. Ka means you. So alayka, whenever that comes in the Quran or whatever, in jurisprudence they say that it comes in the meaning of either obligation or it could be a recommendation. So it comes as a instruction which has been given to you. Okay. So whenever alayka bittaqwa means observe piety. And ba, as you know, is a preposition. Okay. So alayka bittaqwa. Fa innahu khuluqul anbiya. So surely it is, khuluq means etiquette, anbiya as prophets. So khuluqul anbiya is mudaf ilay. Is that clear?
Yes.
So it's mudaf ilay. Surely it is the etiquette of prophets. And then the next hadith, it says,
one second, Sheikh. So would you say this is a nominal or a verbal sentence?
Nominal sentence.
Nominal.
Yeah, nominal, because for innahu, who is coming? Who is a pronoun?
Okay.
And then we have Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, man means who. Ruziqa is passive past tense. Passive past tense. So ruziqa means he has been provided sustenance, and is the pattern of ruziqa, fu'ila. That's the pattern. So whenever you put a verb on the pattern of fu'ila, it gives the meaning of passive tense. He has been hit. He has been helped. It has been written. It has been stolen. Is that clear?
Yes.
So anything on the pattern of fu'ila is the passive tense. Ruzika. Man ruzika tuqan. Tuqan is piety. So man ruzika tuqan means whoever has been blessed with piety. Fa means so. Qad means indeed. Faqad means indeed. Ruzika, he has been blessed with what? Khayra dunya. Khayra dunya is mudaf. Ad-dunya is mudaf ilay. And khayra, it's the object of ruzika. Khayra is the object. And you may remember I said that all object of a verb gets a fatha. Do you remember that? So that's the reason we are not reading khayru, we're reading khayra. Khayrat dunya wal akhirati. So whoever has been blessed with piety, indeed, he has been blessed the goodness of this world and the hereafter. Is that clear?
Yes,
And dunya
alhamdulillah.
doesn't
What?
majroor or mansub. And
What was
dunya
that?
does not change it. Majroor.
What's not changing?
The dunya cannot change, right? Because that's even if it's majroor, it's still dunya.
Yeah, the reader.
Because of the alif.
Yes, yes. And the wal akhirati is changing because it has a time marbuta, and that's the mudaf ilay. So what's happening is khayrat dunya wa khayr al akhirati. Okay. I am going to. I'm not doing all the explanation because the first hour has been quite intense on me as well. So I have to think very carefully and give exactly accurate information. So I'm a bit drained now. So alayka bitaqwallah. Alayka bitaqwallah. Upon you. Alayka. So alayhi means upon him. Alayha means upon her. Alayka means upon you. And alayna means what? Upon us, Sister Shabnam?
Upon us.
Yes, upon us.
And alayya. What does alayya mean?
Upon me.
Upon me. Exactly.
Yes.
Upon me.
Upon me. Yes.
And assalamu alaykum means upon you.
Us all.
Yes. So alayka bitaqwallah. Ba is a preposition. Taqwa is mudaf. Allah is mudaf ilay. So upon you is adhering or assisting, or alayka is upon you to seek the help of fearing Allah or fearing of piety of Allah. Okay, ba can come. Ba sometimes can come in the meaning of assistance, like Bismillah. Bismillah is in the support and the help of ba. Bismillah. Ba comes come in the meaning of assistance. Fa innahu, surely it, meaning fearing Allah. Ra'sul Amr kulluhu. Ra'sul Amr, Ra's means head. Amr means matter or affair. So head of the affair means the most important affair. Kulluhu, all of it. The most important aspect in your life is being God-fearing and being a good worshipper of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the final one, and that will be the last one. At-taqwa. So here, at-taqwa means piety. It has the alif lam, and it's allowed to be qualified to be the subject. Correct?
Mubtada.
Mubtada. And sister, was it sister? Who is this speaking? Who was that, sister? I can't remember which name it was.
Zinat.
Sister Zinat.
Zinat.
Yes, sister Zinat, can you continue?
Taqwa is mubtada and aqwa asasin is khabar.
Aqwa asasin is mudaf ilay, and it's khabar.
And it's khabar.
Correct. Next one.
Okay. And as-sabru aqwa libasin. So as-sabru is mubtada and aqwa libasin is mudaf ilay, and it's khabar.
Excellent. Excellent. How? I'm not going to do the last one. You can read the translation. It's a really nice one. And that'll be it. So, aloud salawat, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. Right. How do you find that?
Interesting, but a lot to grasp.
To remember. Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum salam. Yes, Sister Shabnam.
No, alhamdulillah, as the last sister said, very interesting. And I guess as it goes along, it starts to fit into places. So
yes.
And Zain Muhammad just joined at the last bit as well. So he was quite intrigued by it all as well. So alhamdulillah.
Yeah, so listen to this recording because the reason why this group is getting more information because they're doing everything the second time around. So the groups of Africa and other groups, they're doing things the first time around. So I can't really give them too much information. So for this group here, this is something, a second dosage they're giving of the Arabic language now, of what they have studied already. And I'm trying to build upon it, because you cannot have a tsunami of education, of material given to everyone, because you can't cope with it. So I'm trying
I think that was it, Sheikh. I think some of the students in the classes have had a few years of Arabic, and then there are some like me whose Arabic has just started in this pandemic period. So it's a lot of discrepancy in the levels as well. So it's very helpful going through it again. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's the reason why. And any student, if any time he feels or he has fallen behind, alhamdulillah, I wasn't able to offer in the beginning of the pandemic different classes, different time, but alhamdulillah now it's grown vastly. It's covered from the east to the west now. So it's in Vancouver, America, India, Karachi, Africa, UK. So it's growing day by day. So if anyone has fallen behind, I could always adjust them to different timings as well now, inshallah.
Thank you.
Alhamdulillah.
So loud salawat, and as Brother Zain is here, Zain will recite Dua Faraj to end the session, inshallah.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma kulli walikal Hujjat ibn al-Hasan. صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا وضليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك توعا وتمتئه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى